It might come as a surprise to you, but this country doesn't miss being part of our headlines on this channel today. We are talking of Congo, of course. It is one of the richest nations on Earth, blessed with abundant resources such as human resources, minerals like cobalt, copper, gold, and many more. Hydropower potential, significant arable land, and massive biodiversity. Congo is the largest country in sub-Saharan Africa and also one of the poorest in the world. Join us today as we take a long trip to the African continent. Just make sure you tightly fasten your seatbelts. And here we go. It is listed to be among the 5 poorest nations in the world. It is worth noting that back in 2021, nearly 64% of Congolese people were recorded to live on less than $2.15 a day. About 1 out of 6 people living in extreme poverty in sub-Saharan Africa live in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The country has a GDP per capita of just $584, which means that the average person living in the country is producing less than $2 worth of wealth every single day, and they are even living on less than that. This figure is quite less than 6% of the global average and less than 1% of some advanced economies like the United States. At this level of poverty, GDP figures start to lose their meaning, as people revert to just making stuff for themselves rather than contributing to the wider economy. To the greater prospects, this country actually doesn't need to be poor at all. First of all, it is ranked as one of the most materialistically rich countries in the world, with an ocean of resources, ranging from human resources, minerals, immense biodiversity, and arable land. If this country could extract all of these resources, it would generate $24 trillion in revenue at current market prices. This is actually enough to bring the living standards of an average Congolese citizen up to the world standards for 2.5 decades, assuming that nothing is getting reinvested and no other industries are allowed to grow. Congo's economy started in 1960 when the country gained independence from Belgium after a dark, horrific period of being exploited for its farmland, precious stones, and human labor. Now, why is it that after independence the Democratic Republic of Congo is still poor? We will get to know the reasons for its poverty ahead in this video. Meanwhile, let's take a quick exploration of the wealth of this country. How wealthy is Congo as a nation? What made it become a center of interest for many nations around the world? Let's have a quick sip of pomegranate juice as we dive into the real truths of this nation's adversity. For starters, when tires became a staple due to the rise of cars and bicycles, rubber was in high demand, and Congo turned out to be the largest producer. Even during World War I, 75% of the copper that was used in bullet casings was obtained from Congo. Also, regarding the 2 nuclear bombs that the United States dropped on Japan during World War II, you can always bet the uranium was obtained from Congo too. In terms of natural resources, DRC stands out to be one of the most blessed countries in the world. The climate of the Democratic Republic of Congo is usually equatorial tropical, with 2 rainy seasons including very high rainfalls and high temperatures year-round. Talking also of the unlimited green energy resources, hydropower, solar, wind and thermal, the country has shown great potential for green energy. Dafar Congo has an endless supply of water and the richest fertile soil of any land in the world. Just beneath the soil, you can never miss an impression of abundant world-class mineral deposits of cobalt, petroleum, diamonds, copper, gold, phosphates, lead, zinc, manganese, natural gas, uranium, coltan, derivatives of niobium and tantalum, iron ores, lithium, beryllium, rare earth, monazite, eviscerate, titanium and germanium. There is a mosaic of rivers, swamps and flooded forests, and this has made the Congo Basin the heartbeat of biodiversity in the world. Albanian Minerals, in cooperation with numerous institutions and geologists, are working day in and day out to find mineral resources and opportunities in Congo. According to their research, Congo is hosting the largest cobalt reserves in the world, with potential reserves of over 10 million metric tons as of 2021. As we all know, cobalt is quite an essential mineral used for batteries in electric cars, cell phones and computers. Also, the new black gold, coltan, has the largest reserves in DRC. Coltan is an essential resource used for making heat-resistant capacitors in cell phones, laptops and other high-end electronics. Congo has one of the largest capital reserves and the highest quality reserves globally, with some of the mines estimated to contain grades of above 3 to 5%, significantly higher than the global average of 0.8%. The price of minerals and metals has substantially changed as of 2021, and according to a re-evaluation by Albanian Minerals, DR Congo has an estimated $35 trillion of untapped mineral deposits. previously estimated at $24 trillion. Congo's water resources and hydropower are valued at over $40 trillion. Congo also has the world's largest hydroenergy potential and is home to over 50% of the African continent's water reserves. Congo River takes a lead as the largest African river, with an annual discharge of 1.3 trillion cubic meters. Rainforests and land resources are valued at over $25 trillion. The Congo Basin contains the world's second-largest rainforest. Dinar's Congo forest plays a crucial role in the stability of the world's climate. It makes the most important wilderness areas on Earth. The rainforests of the Congo Basin are one of the most important centers of diversity on the planet, harboring one of every 5 species. The forest is also home to some of the richest biodiversity on the planet, with thousands of fish, plants, birds, and mineral species. Approximately, there are 10,000 species of tropical plants in the Congo Basin, and 30% are unique to the region. The forest also houses endangered wildlife species including forest elephants, chimpanzees, lowland and mountain gorillas, and bonobos that inhabit the lush forests. The country has got nearly 8 months of rain, more than 50% of water resources and wetlands in Africa, and more farmland than any other African country, with the potential to feed over 3 billion people. Even though Congo is hugely blessed with so many resources that can make it one of the richest countries in the world, it is still facing a major calamity, and that is poverty. It is quite ironic that citizens in this country are receiving foreign aid and food, yet they were blessed with more than enough to cater for themselves. This now brings us back to the question, why is Congo still a poor nation? Dating back to the 90s, due to the much amount of uranium it had, the Soviet Union and the United States carried out proxy wars in Congo by supporting Vine factions during the Cold War. Since then, the Democratic Republic of Congo has been subjected to a system of dictatorial rules, often with foreign support. Also, their former president, Joseph Kabila, not only was suspected to steal large portions of foreign aid, but he also provided those who do give aid access to the mineral resources of the DRC at the expense of his people. We can call it a repetition of the history of the country, which has lived to be exploited by powers, both foreign and domestic. These powers have by far ensured that the Congolese people remained poor, disenfranchisable, and unhealthy to take control of their own country and the incredible resources it possesses. Another reason for the poverty in the nation comes after the Rwandan genocide of 1994, when millions of Hutus took refuge in the Congo, then called Zaire, bringing with them both disease and rebellion. In more than a decade of war, the DRC gained enough stability and attempted to form a democratic government. The action was greatly met with violence and conflict. Up to now, there remains a large faction of rebels and more than 800,000 people who were displaced from their homes because of military operations meant to stop the rebel groups. To this point, we can arguably conclude that Congo as a country and Africa in general need to re-establish themselves and strategize on new ways to ensure that there is economic stability, peace and growth in their nations. Africa is one of the continents that is facing huge strife in leadership, with many of its countries still experiencing poor leadership. To achieve the great potential for its growth, Africa needs to have an education system that is cultivating the concept of active citizenship, since lasting change doesn't come from any one person. Congo, in this case, needs a revolution towards agroforestry, climate-smart agriculture and technological advancements, along with drastic measures against fuel use, as this would help to address global climate change. Tourism, livestock, forestry and fishery also indicate a huge potential for this nation, and the government needs to give a listening ear much into them. Congo also needs to reassess leadership and ensure that as a country they have leaders who have the country's interests at heart and have a desire for growth and development of the nation. With this, the country would have extensively dealt with corruption and bad leadership. Please let us know in the comment section what you think must be done to save Congo as a country with great potential. This brings us to the end of our video today. We hope you guys found this video informative and especially entertaining. If you loved watching this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And before we go, remember to hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so that you get notified on any of our future videos. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.